Hello everyone, welcome. I see you guys are slowly popping on here. I hope everybody is doing fabulous. My name is Barb Ryder. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am here tonight to share a virtual class with you. I hope you all had a great 4th of July, and I had today was a day that I was able to, well, they gave us today off. And so I have just been doing lots of creating and prepping, and so I'm really excited to stamp with you guys tonight. I see folks are starting to jump on. Just let me know you're here. I see hi Sue and Lynn and Shar. I know that quite a few of you went to the event and clicked that you were interested or going, so I'm expecting quite a few of you, and I'm so excited. I thank you so much, Shar, for sharing. Hi, Nancy, and everyone else that's jumping on. I want to also tell you about a couple things that are going on with Stampin' Up, but I thank you for sharing. It's so fun to see just the things pop up, and I know there's a delay. That's the thing. I know that there's a delay. So as everybody's jumping on here, just welcome. So if you're watching the replay, thank you. Just let me know if there's anything I can help with. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe so that, or maybe it's this way on YouTube. And then I also have a new host code for the month of July, which is right up here. I will share it again at the end of the video, or at the end of our class today. Let's see. Hi, Marcia. Okay, there's quite a few of you on here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn down the camera. We're going to get started. And again, these are 4 projects you get for free if you purchase $30 with me during the month of July. And if you up your to $50 in product, you will also get a free embellishment, and I will be sharing that one with you in some of the projects tonight. So that will be a lot of fun. Hi, Pam. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's go ahead and turn you down and see what is coming up here. 15% off designer papers. That's what's coming up. So we are going to be featuring the designer papers I use designer papers pretty much every month, but tonight I think I'm featuring them a little bit more in all 4 projects, and so I want to share that with you. There are select papers, and this is just my printout about the sale. It is from July 1st. I don't know how well you can, there you go, July 1st to August 2nd. Okay, keep that in mind. So you have a little bit of time on that. And then the papers, there are several in here. Now the specialty papers that are 15 are not included in the special, the 15% off. So the specialty paper Expressions in Ink, that actually is still on back order. It's such a phenomenal suite. It's on back order, but it's supposed to be coming in by the 12th, it says. So hopefully, fingers crossed, right? But this paper, Beauty of the Earth, hand pen, Christmas paper, Sweet Symmetry, In Good Taste, In the Wild, and Pansy Petals. Those are all on the 15% off. So get them while you can. You guys are going to want them after you see the projects tonight, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the catalog out of the way, and we're going to start with the first project. So at a stamping class, when you come to class, your projects are all in a envelope packet like this. They will also be like this when you mail them, when I mail them to you, when I mail them to you, and you get a color tutorial giving you all of the dimensions and any special instructions that I might have overlooked in the video. But basically, you're going to go back, come back, watch this video, and then you'll be able to just do the cards right with me once you get your packet, okay? So first, we are going to be using a super easy card. This is a very easy. If you are a beginner, here you go. This stamp set I have used a lot. I actually had a class at one point featuring this particular stamp set, which was included. I love this set. We're going to use this big piece right here. Also the rectangle stitch dies, and there's all kinds of shapes in here. I used 1, 2, 3, the number 4 and 5 cut from the largest on the project. And we are going to be using Misty Moonlight. We're going to use our large stamp with the block. So let me get the pieces out, and I'm going to share this super easy card with you. Okay, I'm just trying to see how I am on the lighting and all these good things. I switched around. Like I said, I've been really busy, and so I was able to go through a lot of stuff and clean and do some fun things. I was so happy. Hey Linda, Diana, Susan, thanks for coming on, you guys. I appreciate it, and thank you so much for sharing. All right, so we are going to, let me grab my mat here that we need. We're going to, so here is the larger rectangle die. See the stitching there? You can see the stitching. But anyway, this is going to get layered right onto there, and they layer very nicely. And then here is the designer paper we're going to use. Now this is from In Good Taste designer paper. On the other side, it has like these tiles. Isn't that kind of cool? So you could go either way. You could go this way because there's a hint of blue in there. I keep going over here, but I think we're good right here. I don't know why I'm doing that. And then, or you can go this way. So I think I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the tile. Okay, just to give it a little bit. Oh, this is for the inside. Hello. And then this will go on the outside. Super easy card, you guys. So if you are a beginner, this is for you. If you are an avid stamper, if you've been stamping a while, it's always, always good to have an easy, stress-free card you can whip out like that because you have a birthday to go to. Or, oh my gosh, I forgot to put that card in the mail, and get that in the mail, right? Hi, Colleen, I see you jumped on. Good to see you. Okay, when I have large stamps like this, I do like to take my ink pad and just go right on top of the stamp and get that inked up, okay? You can see that it's inked up really well, and when it's like this, I'm going to get closer over here so I can get this right where I want it. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I want to come down here. We're going to go right in the middle. Okay? And push that down. Now sometimes your card piece will come up with your stamp, but it will release, and that's because we have classic inks. That's what this is called, the ink pad I use, classic ink. It actually absorbs into your paper, so it's dry. I mean, if I do this, you can see it's dry. There's nothing on my hands. So that is our fabulous inks. Who else is on here? Hi Jan, you made it. And Bobby and Mary and Elaine. Awesome. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm doing a simple card first using the Misty Moonlight. Okay, we are done with Misty Moonlight. Close that up. I am going to use my chamois, and if you are a beginner stamper, you will want to either have the chamois or you will want to have the Stampin' Scrub and Mist. But that basically just cleans your stamp, cleans all the ink right off of there. Okay? Just like that. I like to clean as I go, so there we go. All right, next we need adhesive, and this is our Stampin' Seal, and I am going to just turn this over and lightly lay this down, and the seal is what I use all the time. I have not chosen to purchase the Stampin' Seal Plus. I know a lot of people, a lot of demonstrators use that, but I have not used that one. I think you need to have an event and invite all of us to meet each other. I I agree. I think so. I think that's awesome. I would love for you guys to come to my place if everybody can do stairs, because my Stampin' area is downstairs. So yes, ma'am. Now, I have lots of people here that are out of state. So maybe for the people out of state, we could do like a Zoom or something. I would love that. Good thought there, Linda. All right. We're featuring designer paper in good taste, and I am going to go ahead and I am just going to put some adhesive down in the areas on the back side, because I decided I wanted to use this piece for the front. And I have cut these. Okay, so let me tell you this, even though it'll be in your tutorial, so if you want to remake them, the card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And these are the 2 rectangle dies, and then this is going to get popped up right on here. Actually, I'm going to do it flat. And the reason I'm going to do it flat is because we are going to use some fabulous embellishments. Okay, so yeah, just in the middle of the card, nice and straight. There we are. And again, I want white for the inside. I'm not going to stamp anything. I like to do writing whenever I grab one of my cards. I just go right to the card and write what I want in there. Now, I might want to grab a sentiment and stamp it in there along with the writing. But yeah, so there we have a very simple birthday card using the designer paper to really step up this card in the back. Now, what we're going to use as our embellishment are these 20 to 22 in colors: Misty Moonlight, Magenta Madness, Cinnamon Cider, Bumblebee, and Just Jade. Sorry, the light was glaring there, wasn't it? So I am going to, of course, we're going to stick with the monochromatic, and we're going to use the Misty Moonlight. Just looking at the comments to see if I missed anything. And so we are going to go ahead and grab a couple, one of these large Misty Moonlight. I'm going to do it kind of in the diamond position. I'm going to put one right up there, and then I'm going to take a small one, and how about right there? Now, you could still use this as a manly card. It's really not much bling. It's just giving it kind of that diamond look to kind of fill in. Hi, Taryn. You're on the road? Yes, I saw that you had a great trip to Mackinac Island. So there you are, first card. Simple, easy, but it just looks, it really looks nice. Again, I've said this a million gazillion times, and I will still say it. Anytime that I'm doing something online does not look the same until you can see it in person. It's just so much prettier. Now I want to show you something else. I didn't put this together because I wanted to show you. Let's see here. I did not cut another piece. There is the birdhouse set, and what's the name of it? Let me see here. It's right here. Garden birdhouses. I've really been liking that because I love to sit on my deck and listen to the birds and watch them. Anyway, I did the 2 rectangles, and then I stamped the birdhouses and colored them with our Stampin' blends. So if you are an intermediate stamper, this might be a choice. And then again, what would you do? You would just put this, and it would go this way. You could use the other side, and then if you wanted to, you could put a couple of the gems on there if you wanted to. But there's just a different look. This is not, so you can use whatever stamp set you have, but I thought if you are a new stamper, or even one that doesn't have the bird houses, I want to give you an option to show you how you just put in a sentiment and you're all set to go. Okay? All right, there is card number 1. Move these out of the way. We're going to use those gems. All right, so the second card that I have, you like the birdhouse card? Yeah, I love the birdhouse. It needs a bird on it. Oh, yeah, I didn't really I thought about that, but the birds in the set, they're all standing on some, I mean, their feet, you have to have them standing on something. And my, there's nothing for them to stand on. So that's why I didn't add a bird. Because I thought the same thing. I thought, oh, needs a bird in there. So we are going to use a stamp set, and I know I may have used it in the past, but Pansy Patch. There are great sayings in this set, okay? Not just the pansies. The pansies are amazing. But there are some really good sayings in this set with the font. Hi, Deborah. Put on top of the birdhouse. Well, if it can fit, maybe I'll try. If I try, I'll post it and show you. Pansy Patch. That's what we're going to use this time, okay? And we are going to use another in color, which is Bumblebee. This is one of the, again, this is last year's in colors. They are good until next summer when we get the new catalog, which will be May. But they're still good they're on their second year. Our in colors come out yearly. We have new ones. And so this one's on their second year, but great colors. We're going to use Bumblebee. We're going to use the Bumblebee gingham ribbon. We are going to use the black blends and show you a technique. And then there's our stamp. All right. So let me grab what we need here out of our envelope. Hi, Charlene. Okay, Bumblebee, this is your card base. Your card base is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. The reason that I did this is because when you do a card this way, it stands so much more sturdy when you have it standing up if they want to display their cards when you send those fabulous cards to folks, okay? All right. So there's our base. Next piece that we have is our basic white, and I believe this is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm positive. This piece I will take my measuring, and this is 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. And this is hand pen. This is one of the light is pretty bright. This is one of the designer papers. Let me bring it up closer. See it? Yeah, see there, you can see the colors a little better. And then this is the back side, which is actually Blushing Bride is the color choice. There, you can see a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to put our card together. First thing that we're going to do is grab our little gingham. And so you'll get your gingham in your card kit, but this is going to just come around, and I'm just going to tie a little knot. The hand pen designer paper is amazing. I love it. It's beautiful. It's got some, matter of fact, you know what? It's so much better to see it. Sorry if you're bouncing here. Let me pull this over so you can see. Because if you don't have it in person, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. All right, so what I'm going to do is try to fan this out so that you can see. Okay, so there's one design, and there's the back. And this is, I believe it's mint macaron. And then here you go. And this paper is in the suite with the hand pen, which is beautiful. This is Pale Papaya, and you got different colors in there, different like streaks of colors with white little polka dots. That's the same one, the back side. Okay, so here, this is really pretty. It's a little bit bigger images, and you know that these designs are actually hand drawn by artists at Stampin' Up, and then they color them and they turn them into designer paper. It's a great it's a process that's amazing. All right, here you go. This is Highland Heather and a little bit of gorgeous grape in there. So pretty. this is the piece we're using, and then on the back side you have the Blushing Bride with a little bit of design. See that design that's very faint? Almost done. There's that second one. And then this one's so pretty. It's got the misty, it's kind of like navy, but misty moonlight in there too, with pale papaya and the green, garden green, I think it is. And then here you have this pretty kind of variation with white. And the last one, again, misty moonlight, some of the mint macaron, the pale papaya, and on this side is Daffodil Delight, I believe. Anyway, I just wanted to take a second and show you those because I love flowers. It is gorgeous. I love flowers, and this is one set, one of the designer papers that I love. I've already bought a few packages. So, don't be surprised if you don't see a class come out with that one. But we're going to go ahead and take our Bumblebee gingham. So if you're just joining on, I see a few more of you. Thank you so much. And I hope that you will learn something new in our little fun time together here. So, there we are. I got two open scissors here, you know. Chop myself up here. So all I'm going to do, I take this and put this back together. I keep my ribbons in like this rolling cart, and if I don't have the little pin in there like that, they just go all over the place. So that's a good tip. If you don't have something to hold your ribbons in there, it works beautiful. All right, so let's just take this, and I'm just going to tie a little knot. I hope I didn't tie it or cut it too short, but I don't think so. Yours won't be this short, I promise. Usually I give you extra that you have to cut some off, because that way, if it's hard for you to manipulate with fingers, you got plenty. All right, so let me just cut those little frays off, just like that. Okay, all right, so that's going to go right there. So let's put that down with our Stampin' Seal. Come on. Just looking at the comments. And this actually goes edge to edge. So I'm just going to put that right on the edge, just like that. I'm just looking to see if that light is too bright there. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get an idea of where you want this placed, so you can, now if you don't have this stamp, if you don't have, hi Linda, if you do not have the same sentiment, you have plenty of room to adjust if you have a bigger sentiment or a smaller one, whatever you want to do. But this is going to be about right there, and so I'm going to go ahead and take my Memento Black. I don't know why I had the bumblebee, because I want, yeah, maybe because I was just doing the bumblebee theme. I don't know, but I am going to take the Memento Black. And this one, I'm just going to go across to make sure that that black is on all of my stamp. And I am going to stamp this, sorry, my head's not, there we go. I think I want this about right there. Hopefully that's straight. Yay! I did it. It says, a little hello from me to you. Any occasion. That's okay, Jackie. You can, thanks for joining. Just go back and watch the replay. We have already done the first card. I had a fabulous 4th of July, you guys. Linda asked, did I have a good 4th of July? My sister from Florida came in, and so we got together. I'm the oldest of the five siblings, and so I was able to spend the day at the park with my brothers and sisters and my some of my nieces and nephews, and cousins. No cousins. Nieces and nephews. Oh gosh. Alright, I'm going to show you a technique which I may have shown you in the past, but this technique, what it does is you take your blends. This is basic black. This is the light. And what you do is take these are alcohol markers, okay? You cannot use these on your stamps. You can only color in with them, or you can use them in different ways like what I'm going to show you right now. So what I'm going to do is just take the tip. See how it's black on the inside? That's because I've used this technique. I want to make sure you can see this, okay? See, this is all white right now. And I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to flick it. And I want it mainly flicked at the top so that's not all heavy on the bottom. So that's it. That's how fast that was. Now I'm going to bring this up and show you how it's all speckled now at the top. Okay? So there is that. Then I'm going to take this piece, and this is going to get mounted right onto kind of that area where I was eyeballing to make sure where I wanted it to be. Kind of in the middle, but maybe, yeah, it looks like it's close to the middle. Just like that. And then we are going to go ahead and use the Bumblebee in color square gems. And where's my pick tool? Right here. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to grab one of these Bumblebee larger squares. And I stamped that a little over farther than I thought. So I guess you could go to the left or to the right. I still want it on the right. Even though it's close to the edge, I'm going to put it on the right. Because I just wanted the yellows to balance out. Okay? The last thing we're going to do is go ahead and mount this onto our card base. And so, stamp and seal, just light touch, and kind of lift your wrist up so that it's ready the next time you get ready to use it. The adhesive will be right there at the tip. So balance this out so that it's framed. And there you go. There's your second card. And even though you have gingham with the flowers, it looks so great, you guys. So you can adjust this higher or lower depending on what sentiment you have that goes here. Now if you have the pansy set, there you go. All right, card number 2 is complete. Okay, what do you think of that one? Oh, you love that card? Good. Glad you like it, Sue. All right, let me put this over out of the way. And let's see. Here we have, I think I'm going to do that one. Okay, so the next card that we have is going to be using the Beauty of the Earth designer paper. Okay, and that one, here are all our parts and pieces. A little bit of a fun fold for you on this one. We are going to be using a blend, one of the blends. Let me grab this. So this is Beauty of Friendship stamp set. And the bundle, thank you, Bobby, I appreciate that. Yes, simple but elegant, fabulous. That's my style, you guys. I mean, I love doing like, you know, specialty things and stuff, but for making the cards, I really, you'll see that I like layers and I like it to look good, but I don't want it to take me an hour for one card. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. So all these dies come with this stamp set, and they're like all stuck every which way. Sorry about that, but there are a couple here for sayings that you can use. Here are some birds. There are no stamps for the birds, but birds are going to be in this card. So we have a little birdie theme tonight, right? But Beauty of Friendship, this is what we're using, this stamp set. We are going to be using Early Espresso and Old Olive to coordinate with our paper. So there's our little birdies. This is one paper on one side, and on the other side is the, let me bring this up here. It's like wood. It looks like wood. Okay, so there's that. And then this is also a paper that it has lines of trees. And then the other side is a variation of like olive and mossy meadow color. So that's what we're using. So let me get you some measurements here. So this card is kind of fun. I'm looking for my, here it is. It's clear, and so it kind of blends into my background. This card is 4 1/4, which I already know, by 8 1/2. And then I have scored it at 3 inches. Okay, so there is the base of our card. For the inside of our card, we are going to put this piece in here, and for the inside, it is 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. All right, so we're going to stamp the inside first. Now, see this stamp set? If you have not used, don't have this, this gives you beautiful variation in your color when you stamp it. You'll see that in here in just a second. I'm going to use this large piece here, kind of like pine trees. And then, let's see here, we are going to make, this one is going to be a thank you. So, let's do our stamping first. And the first thing I'm going to do, I don't want to lose my birdies. Put that here. Old Olive is the color we are using. And I have the large pine tree. One of the things too, so if you've been a stamper very long, we have changed the types of ink pads that we have. And one of the things that is so easy is we used to have muslin pads that you had to tap, tap, tap a lot to get it fully inked. Now, watch this. I'm going to put this here, and I want you to see how the ink just absorbs right onto the block. And you don't even have to press very hard. See how that color is just on that stamp? And I didn't even push. I don't have it all over the edges. It's not squished everywhere. If you did the old way, you got a mess going on. But I'm going to stamp this kind of right, right here. All right. And then I'm going to huff on it to kind of re-moisten the ink. And I'm going to stamp again to get another little variation on that side. And then I'm just going to ink up more of the tip of the tree. Oh golly. All right, and that's going to go a little bit farther down, just like that. And so I just want it to look like I have a few trees happen in there. I'm going to do the tip of this again, and I think I'm going to come right up in here. Give you a little bit darker look. See there? It gives you a different kind of, it looks like more 3D. Thank you for joining. I see a few more of you have jumped on. We are doing our third card for the class. And we are using Beauty of Friendship along with Beauty of the Earth designer paper. We're featuring the designer papers tonight because they most all of them are 15% off. I think there might only be 2 that are not on sale, and those are the specialty ones. Well, I take that back. The 6x6 colors are not on sale, except for that Christmas package. All right, so this is the inside of our card. And remember I said I have two little birds here, if I can get them off. We're going to use that, we are going to use the, this is light smoky slate, and I'm going to use the bullet tip. You have a bullet tip end and a brush tip end, so I'm going to use a bullet tip end. And I'm just going to see if I can do this here, where you can see. Anyway, I'm just going to kind of do the tip of the bird's beak, and a quick dot for the eye, and that little beak there. And then I am going to take the blender, and there is a cut right here, and I'm just going to kind of do that and give a little bit of dark on the back of there. I don't know what kind of bird this is, but it looked pretty, so I decided to to use it with this color. And this is Bumblebee. This color is Bumblebee again, because that's what's in the designer paper, and so I wanted it to coordinate. All right, these are going to be flat. Here's another thing. These little birds, this little wing will has when it die cuts, it has a see, it cuts it for you, so it kind of comes out like that. Isn't that cool? All right, so let's get a little adhesive on here, and we're going to put a bird maybe right here, because I don't want its tail to go off the page. And I'm wondering if I might have used the dark on my sample, and then this bird, I think I'm just going to put this one up a little bit higher. And you still got plenty of room to write your sentiment, okay? There you go. All right, this is the inside, and let's get that done. And this can go right in the middle of your card base on the inside, just like that. All right, here's the front. Let's put the front together. This one is lots of layers, easy. Having the birds adds the dimension, Taryn. I agree. I think it on the inside, it just gives it that little extra, you know. Oh, I had said we were going to do our stamping. So the thank you is actually going to be stamped. Oh, I'm doing this one as a thank you. And this is going to be stamped like right there. Okay, and let me clean that really quick, because early espresso is a dark color, and I just don't want to get it on anything. Okay, there's that. Now, done with the inks. Now, what I want to do, and I do this often, is just do a little angle. So I'm just going to take this, I'm going to do an angle there, turn it around this way, and do an angle like that. Okay, so that's going to go on the front of our card. So I'm going to put that right here for a minute. And yeah, throw that there. So the stamping is done. All right, what is next? The next thing we're going to do is actually go ahead and put our front together. So I don't know if I gave you guys the dimensions of these. If I did, I'm going to do it again, because I don't remember. 3 3/4 by 5. That is your designer paper. There's the other side of this designer paper, this piece. And this is Old Olive, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. And so this is going to go onto here. Just like that. So let's see here. Was it hot enough for you guys today? Oh my goodness. I went out because I'm home. I stepped out and went out on the porch or on the deck. We have a pond out behind our deck, and it's beautiful. I love it. I love to just go out there and have some coffee. So I did, and I am telling you that it was beautiful then, and I went back out in maybe an hour, and I thought, What happened? Somebody turned on the faucet. It was so hot and humid. So I'm going to take this other piece, this designer piece, and I think this is 3/4 of an inch. Let me just see here. Yeah, 3/4. So it's 3/4 by the 5 1/4. So I'm going to come up here a little bit, just like that. Oh, wait. Ooh, it's supposed to, it is the size of the designer paper, I think. Anyway, I'm trying to make this work. I might have cut it a little bit longer. No, it's just the way I'm looking because I'm looking sideways down here. Okay, it's gonna go across the front. Oh, good, Bobby. I'm glad that you got your card kit. If you have any questions, you just let me know. I just appreciate your order there that you gave me. So this one, here's what we're going to do. This is our linen thread. It comes on a little roll like this. When I do a bow, I leave, I don't know, what is that, bunch hanging down. You'll have plenty. It'll already be pre-cut for you. And then you just wrap it around. But when I do this off the roll, I leave a piece where I know I can, loop. So do that. And then I'm just going to take this, I'm going to roll it around my card a couple times, like this. And then I just hold that there and bring it down to about the same, and then I clip it. Alright, just like that. So let's just go ahead and tie the bow. Now, this to me is a masculine card, and because it's linen thread, I do not think it is a problem to have a bow. I seriously think it just adds so much to the card. So, if you wanted to leave off the bow, just wrap around there and tie yourself a little knot like that and let it be. But I do think that the linen thread adds something to it. So, okay. Let's do that. Pull that a little bit. Looks about right. Just like that. Okay. And bring that down. And I like it when it crisscrosses. I do. I like that with wrapping things around like that. Sorry, I'm holding it like this. There you go. Just like that. Okay. Now I want this over just a little bit more. So there we go. And my bow is kind of big. So I'm going to clip off some of this. There we go. Move those out of the way. Okay, what's next? The next thing we're going to do is we are going to take some dimensionals and we're going to pop this up. Dimensionals are right here. And I'm not going to put them really down towards the bottom much. I'm going to put them more towards the top. So I think about 3 is really all I need here. Checking the comments here because there's such a, the little bit of a lag. All right, so this is going to go right here towards the top. Get my little string out of the way. And this is going to come right over just a little bit of the designer paper, like that. Okay, there we go. And then let's take our little thank you, or wherever it's at. There it is. It got put behind there. And then this is also going to get dimensionals. I'm going to use the small dimensionals on this one. And I'm going to put those towards the bottom of this piece. And let's see here. Get these little covers off. And then this is actually going to kind of overlap just a tad, just like that, onto the trees. And there we go. All right, there is the front of your card. Using that designer paper, isn't that something? Next thing we're going to do is just go ahead and we're going to put this on the front of our card. And I'm going to put the adhesive on here. I'm getting out of the the view here. Put this on this part, and making sure that I'm not coming all the way to the edge, because I don't want sticky, because this is a little bit smaller, I don't want the sticky outside of my front. And then you just layer that with a little bit of edging, just like you would a regular card base, and there you are. There is your card. How do you like that one, you guys? So you have a masculine card. Designer papers, they're amazing. They just do all kinds of fun stuff with your cards. Here is my my prototype, and I did the Thinking of You. That's also in the same stamp set. There, I just did it a little bit different. Okay, I did 2 bigger trees. So, all right, and then we have our last card. Let me just pop these on it there. I think that's good, and I did clean my stamps already, and I love having more space, more clean space. I'm just happy that I had some time, you know. All right. And our last card, I love, and I am really liking this suite. And I've done a couple cards with it, and I really like it a lot. Now, I'm using a new stamp set I haven't shared with you guys yet. And we are going to be using Create with Friends. Okay, it's got that larger font and the smaller fonts, and so we're going to be using that. And I have also used the Tasteful Textures embossing folder. Can you see that little texture there? We're going to be using that. And then the colors we are using are Just Jade and Flirty Flamingo. And the stamp set, oh, that's the only stamp set, yeah. But the paper we are using is the Sweet Symmetry designer paper. And this one has some bold, bright colors in it. I've used it a couple times, but anyway, I think that this one is a great choice too. And that is also, and the nice part is you got more of a neutral side, and then you've got like these designs on the other side. So we're using that as our last designer paper to feature. Here I'm pulling out all the parts and pieces from the envelope, and yours will come like this. I may have this piece done for you, which I'll show you at the end. I may have that done for you. I like to tie your bows when I can. And so there, yeah. But we're using lots of pieces. So this is the hardest card, the most involved card. But for you, this will already be run through the emboss folder. And this is Flirty Flamingo 5.5 by 8.5. And then you just, yours will be scored. I just did not score mine. But either way, you still want to take that bone folder and make sure you've got a nice crease. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you liked it. Glad you liked the card. All right. This last card, I'm featuring this. This is the piece of designer paper. This is 3x4 onto Just Jade, which is 4.25 by 3.25. And then what we're going to do is, this isn't going to get layered flat, okay? So what you do, you've got your textured piece that's already done, and this is, where is my ruler? I think it fell down in here. It did. Sorry, I'm bouncing you here. It did. And I think this one is 4 by 5.25. Sometimes they're 3 3/4 by 5, and so that's why I wanted to double check. And then I knew what these sizes were. And then this is for the inside, and this piece is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And of course your card base is 5.5 by 8.5. And then these two scraps, they'll come like this, and this is what you're going to stamp on. So this is So Saffron, which, again, coordinates with your designer paper. And then there's Flirty Flamingo in the middle parts of these little flowers. And then this white piece, it's just, these two pieces are, what are they? One is 1 3/4, and then one is 1 1/2, and the length is 5 1/2. But we're going to be cutting them off, okay? All right, so here's that. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and just put this piece right in the inside of our card. Sometimes I forget to roll my wrist, and then I have to get the adhesive going. There we go. All right. Inside, you can stamp your saying, write your saying, whichever you like. In the front, we're going to do a little work before we go back to this piece. So I'm going to put that aside for a moment. All right. So what we're doing, we are going to take the Just Jade, and we are going to take our textured piece, and then this, now if you want to do it straight when you get yours, but this looks really cute, you guys. I know I know some of the girls on my team, they just, well, even customers, there's just some folks that don't like having this angled kind of look, but I think it gives it interest, you know. All right, so now here we are going to go ahead and put this piece down. This is the back side, so it's all like it is Flirty Flamingo, and it's just very subtle and neutral kind of look. Okay, now we're going to go the opposite way, right on top of there. Oh, it might be a little more than I want. Ooh, I angled a little more than I wanted. There we go. A little better. There we go. Okay, there you have the front part of your card. Now, next thing is we're going to stamp. This is the tricky part. When you see the photo of the card, you're going to think you're supposed to stamp at an angle, but you are not, okay? So we're going to use the Flirty Flamingo. I'm just looking at the comments. Every once in a while I'm able to look up there. We're going to stamp the word friend, and again, just lay this down until you see the color on your stamp, and you know you've got enough. I'm going to go over a little bit towards the right, and I'm going to stamp this straight. Yeah. Get my head right in there, huh? All right, so that says friends. And then this one, we're going to use the Just Jade to coordinate with all the colors in that paper. And it is going to say, oh, poo. You know what? We're going to stamp this again. I did not want the S in here. Okay. So let me clean this off. Sometimes just get going. But yeah, I wanted to say hello friend, not friends. All right. So how do we do this? Let me get my Flirty Flamingo back out here. I'm going to bring this up to the camera so you can see. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink this so that the S does not get inked up. I'm going to get a little more on that part. Okay. Whew. All right. I'm glad I caught that, because then I'd be reading it and going, what? This card goes to one person. How can it be friends? Okay. See there? That's how you can omit not having the S on there. No plural. Okay, so I'm glad I made the mistake. Start over, right? All right, next we're going to do hello. Hello, and that is Just Jade, and that is going to kind of go right above friend, just like that. And now we're ready to put this together. So, got this complete. We're going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here. We're going to mount this onto the So Saffron. It doesn't matter if you have pieces on the edge or not. You're going to be cutting them off, okay? All right, now we're ready to mount this on here, okay? So what we're going to do is this actually is going to kind of go at an angle a little bit, like that. Let me get this straight so you can see. I want this to go at a little bit of an angle, like that right there, okay? It's going to be flat, so I am going to go ahead and just put down this adhesive like that. We're going to go just a little bit at an angle. And then you're going to cut this off so that it looks like an angle. Does that make sense? All right. You can do it straight if you want to. Okay? Actually, I just wanted to keep up with the angle. It's easier to cut it this way, you guys. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just starting to cut. But just cut this right off on the side. And because you angled it, it's gonna look angled. It has a slight angle. See there? That's the front. And purposely I have a little more space on this side because now we are going to make this little guy right here. So you're going to have gold thread, and these are beautiful. Look at this. Just Jade with gold flecks and Flirty Flamingo with gold flecks. You would think that they made these to go with this whole suite, right? The Flirty Flamingo does, but the Jade doesn't, but they go perfect. So what I'm going to do is use both of these. And all I'm going to do is lay these down, and I'm going to take this gold thread and tie a bow on here. Now, you might need an extra finger for this. That's why I think I'll probably have these done for you, because I don't want you to be frustrated in your stamping. I want you to enjoy when you get your stuff and that you don't have too much frustration. Okay, so kind of just go right in the middle. Get that loop there, tie that, just like that, really tight. And then, let's get this bow happening. Oh my goodness. I'm always so leery having to do bows on camera. Okay, fabulous. All right, let's cut this extra off there. This is so shimmery and pretty, you guys. All right, now I do like this phrase a little bit, and so I'm going to fray that, and you can do that if you want. Now I'm going to use some glue dots to put this down, our mini glue dots, and find where my last one is at, right there. I'm going to use a couple, excuse me, because this is a little bit long. And so I'm putting it on the Just Jade piece, and then that just kind of goes right here, just like that. I want to twist that over a little bit. Maybe I want it that way. I like it like that. Okay, there we go. All right, so that is the front of our card, and what I'm going to do next is take one of the Just Jade, which was hiding underneath there, and put that on the card just to give it that little extra. And that little diamond is going to go right there in the diamond shape, just to add that last touch. And then we need some dimensionals to pop this piece up, and our card is done. So usually, I mean, you can put, I don't know how you are on your dimensionals, but I like to make sure that they're kind of balanced out so that it has a good balance, that it'll stand up well. Thank you, Nancy. The DSP is awesome. Like I said, 15% off, so it's under $10 for a package of the designer paper, which is normally $11.50. Of course, there is shipping and tax on that. And again, if you purchase the $30 with me for the month of July, you're going to get these 4 card kits. Look at that. I don't know if you can you see there, you can see some of that sparkle in here. It's so awesome, you guys. Just like that. But that is your 4th card. All right. So, what do you think? How did you like the cards? Let me grab them, see if I can move some of this stuff out of the way so that you can see them really quick as we are finishing up the evening. There we go. All right, so here is getting the camera. There's that. There's this one and this one, and they're not in any particular order. Let me see if I can bring the camera down a little bit more here so you can see them. I'm trying to move trying to move me out of the way, and there we go. Okay, there, now you can see them a little bit better. I got to get my sparkle in there, right? Well, I hope that you liked the cards tonight, and if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Make sure to use the host code. I am going to go ahead and come back up here and you know, make sure that you use the host code right here so I know that you want the card kits. Not everybody wants the card kits, but I'm happy to give them to you. Again, if you spend the $50, then you're going to get the package of gems. You will get the package of the in-color gems, and there's 5 different colors, the 2020 to 2022 in colors, and those are yours, just as my gift to you for placing an order with me. I appreciate that you share my video, which helps get the word out. I appreciate all of your orders. That keeps me going, you guys. I'm still working towards that, hitting that 300,000 this year. I'm hoping I'm going to hit it. I think I might even have a special gift that I'm going to give away as we get closer to that mark in my sales, career sales. So, time to call the internet people. Yeah, I'm sorry you have trouble, Char, but yeah, go back and watch the replay to get all the information so you can make these at home yourself. If you are a demonstrator and you have all the product, that's why I do these. I hope you've learned something new, and I thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a great night. Bye-bye, you guys.